What's up, everybody? Welcome back to OnlyFarts. Thank you. It's good to be back. I'm a day late. Get over it, man. Stop bitching about it. I'm here. Don't worry. Daddy's back. I'll never call myself daddy unless I have a child. Never. Never in the bedroom. Never on this podcast, only unironically to fuck with you guys. I'll bring it up a few more times to say, why not? Daddy's home. You can only say daddy if you're literally talking about somebody coming home. But before I get into all that, plugs up top, your favorite guys. If you like me, because I know you do, Damn It Brad on Instagram, Chef Asshole as well. If you love me and you're one of the kids, the TikTok army, at dammit_Brad. Please follow me on all those. We are on Spotify and YouTube. iTunes, I'll get you, you son of a bitch. I'll get you real good. Eventually, I'll get you. Whew. Yeah, man. I had to take a day off yesterday because I had a long weekend. There's a lot of running around, a lot of filming, a lot of... We'll get into all of that, of course, as we go. But it was a very exhausting weekend. By Sunday, I was like, holy shit, I still need to record a podcast. And Monday was my first day back at work, and I'm like, oh my God. You ever get that? Ugh. Last week was a fucking whirlwind for me. I hate starting it so sentimental, but I can't go this entire podcast without bringing it up. On Wednesday, my first director / drama teacher passed away. She was fairly sick from the time I left middle school and on. It was on and off battling. Basically, and I've said this about, there are a few people in my life are the reasons why I act, I perform, I do comedy. She is literally, next to my mother, second in line. Robin Shelley was really, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing this podcast. I wouldn't be doing acting. I wouldn't have done stand-up. None of it. Because she believed in me. And that's hard to find after the first. After your family, it's kind of hard to find the first people who actually give a shit and actually see something in you. And I know that's very, very narcissistic, but I am an artist, so here we are. There's no way of talking about this without getting choked up. Her husband, who is still alive to this day, messaged me about this awful news. And honestly, I have to say that him as well, that guy taught me not to ever put my hands in my pockets. Robin would always just come with some she'd always be she'd almost be like good cop because Jeff was British and a hard ass, still is British. She'd be like, oh, Jeff, take it back. But she'd also have so much sass and spunk, but stop crying. A lot of that, hey, kid, stop crying, you see? And blow smoke in her face. Wouldn't that be fucking cool if she was a teacher who just blew cigarette smoke in her face to be like, lighten up, kid. This is the big stage, and you're in it. She was awesome. She really was. My first role I ever got, I played a gorilla, and this is really, really talk about worlds collide. I've said this, in my personal Instagram and Facebook to let people know, and I wrote myself a little thing for her. And the one thing I mentioned was I'm gonna get into more details about my acting gig as much as I can because I signed an NDA. But I'll say this: they threw me in a Sasquatch suit the day before I got that email, and the first role I ever got was in a gorilla suit, scaring people off stage and then waving at the crowd for a laugh break, and it crushed. It was the first time I ever got a real live laugh, and I demolished this. It felt like such a dumb role, but I was like, I stole the show. That was the first time I ever heard the phrase "you stole the show." And I know what the hell that meant, and man, it got addicting after that. But if she didn't just ask one day, hey, who can be the gorilla? I was a prop person. I was the person who organized props. I thought that was so cool. I was the prop master. The master of props. And they go, does anyone here can put on a gorilla suit and walk on stage? And I've never done it. I've always performed for my family and my friends, made videos of my friends, and never thought to myself, I'll be on stage one day. And I said, I could do it. She's like, okay, you're on. And I killed. And I got addicted to this lifestyle very quickly. And I honestly could not thank her more than enough. She was a beautiful person, just all the way really pushed me to my limits. And I carry that with me till the day I die. You need people like that in your life. And without Robin Shelley, I don't know where I'd be. And I really thank her and love her and her family. And I wish them the best. And if you're out there and you need someone to look up to, and you have someone that you haven't kept in touch with, that inspired you and pushed you, make a call. It makes a difference. I wish I made more. Anyways, whew. Good thing I have a beer with me. I can't do a seltzer today. I have to do a beer for this episode. I am drinking a green chili cerveza, farm to bottle, green chili flavored beer. And you're like, ugh, that's gross. Don't slam it until you try it. It's delicious, kids. It's really good. Nice roasty flavor. It's a lager. A nice lager down the throat. And it's delicious. So I highly recommend it. I did get an acting gig last week. Shout out to my work for being so lenient. It's been very slow. Thank God. I had a friend hit me up about this gig. You know, I'll say this much because I can't say a lot. Ideally, it's not something that is going to propel my career, but it is an opportunity to be in front of the camera. And I will never say no to someone say, hey, do you want to act? If I have the time, I can make the time, I will be there. And I got put up in a beautiful home in Big Bear. I can't say their names, but shout out to them. Thank you so much. And I got to act for 3 days. Got paid. Great hospitality, personal chef. You know it. Okay, it wasn't like fucking, getting Nobu at the house, but, a person was cooking for us. That's pretty cool. Every meal included. I can't knock that at all. So I'm super grateful for that. And it was just kind of it felt surreal because, all this time being in Los Angeles, 3 years, feels like a longer time than that. Just so many crazy milestones in my, like I've said this over and over again, is that I have not had opportunity like this in New York, as much as I thank New York for all the time it gave me. None of this, not being recognized or having opportunities to do shit. I've never had this much collaborative and great opportunity to just meet people and be able to show what I can do. It's unreal. Am I where I want to be in my career? Fuck no. And I never will be. I will always think that I could be somewhere else, somewhere bigger, something better. But the opportunities I get will always make me grow and appreciative of the art form because, it's all part of the process, as they say. The cliche, it's about the process, When I was an actor back in 1945, I was living off 5th Street, or 4th Street for those listening. I always thought I feel like I have to be a drag queen. I'm wearing a robe. I need a wig. Do all that shit to sell you on a dream, I got an acting gig for 3 days. That was freaking cool. Unfortunately, the passing of my old director and just kind of a beam of, light. I had the pleasure of watching my short film premiere in a festival in real life. I didn't have to wait for it to be on Zoom. I got to go to a theater in person. Small turnout. Shout out to Horrible Imagining, but an intimate turnout at that. Great feedback. People had nothing but great things to say, which I was like, holy crap, I haven't thought about this film in over a year. So thank you. Was not ready for the films that we're showing. Now, let me preface this before it sounds like I'm slamming this. I'm not. Great festival they're putting together. Really appreciative of the time. Great runner of the festival. I did not know what films I was about to see. So I brought my girlfriend with me. Got my little arm candy with me, We go in. We're like, okay, it's a really intimate theater. Really cute. Like it artsy. and proceeded to watch, I don't know, out of 12 films, about 5 or 6 snuff films in between my film. Oh my God. Literally saw a dude blow off his wife's face with a shotgun, as if that was not... I didn't need coffee anymore because I was awake, and it was the first time I saw my girlfriend put her head down because she was so grossed out. How does that happen? How does that happen? How do people go, okay, you're going to point the gun at her face, and you're going to proceed to blow it off with all your might? And it was really good VFX makeup. I can't lie. I almost vomited. There's only one other time where I couldn't watch a film, and that was The Green Inferno. Shout out Eli Roth. Great filmmaker. Holy shit, what a gross movie I couldn't get through. And in the previews, they said, if you can make it through the first 30 minutes of The Green Inferno, you can make it through the rest of the film. I made it to about 30 minutes and 30 seconds, and I almost vomited, and I shut it off. It's that disgusting. It's that real looking that you're like, oh my fucking God. Who, what? Cannibalism? No. Not for me. Check, please. I don't do people eating people. I don't get people who have the stomach for that shit. I really don't. You're a maniac if you can handle watching people eat each other. Did you ever do that as a kid? You ever go down the wormhole and get on like what was it called? Live feed or something like that? It was like some really horrid site where you could literally just watch beheadings, just the worst shit possible, people getting shot, and you just ruined your childhood minute by minute on this horrible site. And that's what it reminded me of. I'm like, people make movies about this shit, but at the same damn time, ugh, God damn it, dude. I wasn't one of those freaks. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I saw a beheading video or two when I was a kid. Do I ever want to see it again? Absolutely not. Depends what the score sounds like. I'm fucking kidding. That would be insane. I would be an insane person if I was okay with that. Man, those films were rough to watch. More or less what was in them, the content of them, not like what it was about. Was like, oh, this is terrible. No, it was like, this is really gross for me. I mean, it was called Horrible Imaginings. At the same time, what was I supposed to expect? I don't find my movie to be a horror film. To some people who live in 2020, definitely, or 2021. Jesus Christ, it's not 2020 anymore. 2021. Yeah, you're damn right. It's going to feel like a horror movie. It's all about social media. The very thing we're doing right now. I'm recording a podcast to YouTube, to Spotify, plugging my social media like a plebe, like a goddamn, oh, dare I say it, influencer. Are you influenced by OnlyFarts? Huh? And the answer should be fucking no. If you're influenced by this in any other way than being okay with a fart joke or two, fucking shut this off right now. I influence nothing. I influence laughter. That's it. And I wouldn't even call myself an influencer with that. I call myself a fucking comedian, dude. A fucking comedian. Influencer. What a gross word. And that came up in a discussion, like we did a little Q&A, which was really cool. I got to sit in a little director's chair. I was like, ooh, I'm important. That felt good for a couple seconds. And then I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to come off like a pretentious douche. Be careful the way you sit. You're like self-consciously trying to figure out which way you sit. Do I do the lean so I don't feel like I care as much? Do I do the cross-legged so it seems like I'm being professional, but does that make me look like a twat douche? The answer is probably. There's no way of sitting in a director's chair and not looking like an utter fucking asshole. There's no way. Sit in a director's chair and you'll lean forward like this and you're just going to go, not my vision. Always the thing you're going to say is not my vision. And then there is absolutely no way of looking like I could literally be watching somebody eat a sandwich and just lean forward and go, it's just not my vision. It's not your vision. It's never your vision when you're sitting in a director's chair. Something is always wrong. But I had my little James Lipton moment. If you don't know who that is, fuck you, Google him. It was very odd, but the one thing we kept bringing up is like influencer. What was the first time you heard the word influencer? And I said, I think I threw up when I heard it because it just sounded gross. And the people taking the photos and these filtered up bullshit things, I can go on and on. But I had this idea for a while about an influencer who kills themselves. I wanted to see the dark path of an influencer because I think there's too much light shed on how positive and happy and brand deals and everything is just peachy. Really, dude? Is it though? Is it though? It's probably not, bro. That's impossible for you to feel that good. I don't know, man. Influencers to me have an impact on the society. I can't say that they, aren't useless completely. But at the same damn time, think about all the bad shit we're okay with, right? How fucked up is that? That we egg on people's mental health to make them all fucked up for views. And it's like, oh no, we need to fuck them up more. Because if they fuck up more, we get what we want. Entertainment. That's not entertainment. That's torture. That is straight up group torture, what we're doing to people. And guess what? They're all dancing for us because they all need the money and they all want the views, the brand deals, the mansions, whatever. The things that they don't have time for because they're too busy holding the phones and being like, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. And it's like, oh my God, do you hear yourself? Like, I thought being a stand-up was infuriating sometimes, but to do that shit every fucking week, almost the exact same way, over and over and over, whew, put me on a crucifix and hey, Jesus, I'm next, bro. I can't do it. That's so insufferable. That's why I like making content that's fun. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's a routine, and yeah, I put out a good amount. But I'm someone who is like, if I stop, I will fall to the seams. I need to keep going. But these influencers, their content is just trash. Just the reality TV trash. There's reality TV, and then there's internet content. Very hand in hand, those two. Because it's a bunch of nobodies that we shouldn't be giving a fuck about. So you did a dance in your bathroom. Why do you have millions of people following you? I'll never understand why. I never will. But hey, if this is your ticket to becoming the next Kardashian fucking who gives a shit, then by all means, that's your journey, sweetheart. Please enjoy it. Sweetheart, that's your journey, sweetheart. I don't know what to tell you. This business ain't for you. And I'm ashing my cigarette, my big cigar, my big novelty cigar. Man, oh man, the internet is so much to blame for these shitty-ass trends, right? A big one I'm hearing about right now, this is the new Tide Pod, but it's not a Tide Pod because you can eat this, is scooping the pre-workout in your mouth and then drinking it. Let me tell you something. Are you trying to do the cinnamon challenge? Why are you doing that? Put it in the water bottle. That's what it's meant for. It's really meant to give you basically a heart attack and then work it off in the gym. Pre-workout is the stupidest shit I've ever come across in my life. You know why? Because I nearly had a heart attack one time taking it. It makes no sense. Really? You can't chug a cup of coffee, green tea? Can't do any of that? No. What if I told you there was like a soda, but it's on steroids, but somehow it's legal? I'm listening. Let's say that it's kind of like speed. Okay, all right. And let's just say that before any of these products were unleashed, people who were strong and bodybuilders never really had this. Huh. And you're saying it's natural? Oh, abso-fucking-lutely not. Whoa. If it comes in bright colors, put it in my body. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Are you shitting me? Pre-workout? No. No. Do crack. Do meth. It's better for you at this point. At least people have chemical, there's a process to making those things. Pre-workout is mixed with God knows what things you can't pronounce. It's like that rule. Listen, I'm not a vegan or organic or whatever, but when it comes to this sort of shit, where it comes to building your temple, and you need something that's called like heart attack race fuck, or something like blueberry muscle rape. They have like almost like weed names, but almost sounds like they're going to assault you, right? Something like bicep violence, great bicep violence. Shit like that. Oh, do you have can I get a glass of knuckle fruit punch steroid plug? I don't know, bro. All the names are stupid. The entire thing of taking it with your mouth. Ew, bro. Are you trying to choke? And you know what I noticed? A lot of girls do it. They try to do it to look kind of cute and hot. They're like, I'm about to go work out. scoop it in my mouth, chug some water. There's nothing cute about you choking on fucking pre-workout. Nothing at all. I don't go, oh, fuck yeah. What is this, bodybuilding.com? I need to get off to a girl taking pre-workout sexually, and she like makes faces like, ooh, I might need the Heimlich. No, seriously, I might die because I'm going to choke on dust powder. Crack Skittle powder. What are we doing, everybody? Okay, so one time I took pre-workout. This product was called No Explode. I got a sample of it because I was really into working out and I really wanted to stay in shape, get my really hot boy summer going. It was with my ex-girlfriend, girlfriend at the time. We go to see Mary Poppins. Great show, by the way. After the second time seeing it, we got the rain check tickets. Worth it. So before the show, I was like, I'm going to get a quick workout with. I called my buddy. I'm like, yo, I got this pre-workout. I'm going to try it. We take it. So I take it. But it doesn't kick in until 30 minutes after you take it. And I didn't have 30 minutes to wait. I had 30 minutes to work out. So I started working out at my gym. And it kicks in when I get in the shower getting ready to go to the show. And as I'm in the shower, I go, oh. Like I that deep breath. Like, oh, God. Like I started feeling like almost like a panic attack. I couldn't breathe because even in the little things that said like, oh, you might have a chance of, slow breath. That's fantastic. We go to the show. I had to pull over because I was sweating and I was dehydrated as shit. Because, of course, the pre-workout is literally kicking in as I'm on my way to the theater. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. It's like, come on, where's the weights? Why are you turning a wheel? You should be lifting wheels. You should be lifting a car. And I'm like, no, we're going to go see Mary Poppins pre-workout. And I'm like, they're like, that's not good enough. Now I'm about to rape your chest. And I'm like, oh, please don't pre-workout. I need to go watch this show and let my girlfriend like me more for going to this. Side note, I wanted to go to this. So my part's like, oh, you little devil, you. I'm not drinking any water for some stupid reason. I didn't take a water before I went. I go into the theater. Waters are like $15 at the theater. Not worth it. And the opening sequence of Mary Poppins on stage is just a light show of just fuck your eyes, fuck your brain. Oh, are you epileptic? Well, this is a great time to find out. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sweating to death. I'm like, babe, I gotta go. I go to the bathroom, washing my face, and then I just sit there in a seat. And the usher sees me, this fucking 70-year-old usher. He's just like, sir, are you okay? And I look at him like he should be sitting where I am. And I go, I don't think so. I think you need to call the ambulance. He calls the ambulance. Eventually, I text my girlfriend to come out because I'm out there. The ambulance shows up. My parents are on the way. I get in the ambulance. These dudes are fucking ripped, by the way. They're fucking jacked. It's like they took the GNC workers and put them in my ambulance. So I go in to go get the heart rate test and everything. They ask me questions to go, you drinking tonight, sir? And I'm like, no. You do any illegal drugs? And I'm like, no. At that time, never even smoked weed. They go, the guy looks at me because he sees I'm sweaty. My heart rate's a little irregular. A little irregular, by the way. I was exaggerating the heart attack, obviously. He goes, did you take a pre-workout? And I was like, yeah. And then literally the guy looks at me and goes, was it No Explode? I go, yeah. He goes, don't take that shit. And when a dude who has muscles the size of your body, like together, tells you, don't take that shit, don't take that shit. If a guy who is made of fucking meat looks at you in the eyes and goes, hey, you don't need to have a hot girl summer and chug pre-workout with dry and then chug water to look sexy. You don't need to do that. Have a cup of coffee, green tea like I recommended. And ever since then, never picked up a pre-workout ever again. My parents were furious picking me up from that show because obviously I was not able to drive. But hey, what are you going to do? You nearly have a heart attack? Well, at least you had a bunch of guys who look like they lift ambulances for a living tell you that you're stupid and fucking your body up. At least I know now. At least I didn't get like some skinny guy going, well, you just got to be careful with that stuff because he would never put it in his body, but he doesn't want to. He's too passive to tell you that it might kill you at some point. People are dumb. I can't do the whole pre-workout thing, man. Fuck that shit. And stop doing that. You don't look hot. You look like you're going to choke. I'm fucking sweating. It's so hot in here. God. 3 years in LA with all this crazy shit that's happened in the last week or so, I can't help but think about how shiny people are in this town. Again, this is a conversation I feel like I visit a few months out of the year because you have those moments where you're like overthinking your path, your career, and all that stuff, and the people you surround yourself with. Is everyone too shiny, or am I just the smartest person in the room? Well, don't ever feel like you're the smartest person in the room because that's not good. You should never feel like you're the smartest person in the room. You should, however, know when you're around too many shiny things. My head might be shiny, but inside here, I'm not that naive, kid. You know how badly I want to be in a fucking like action movie to look down and be like, listen, kid, that's a great feeling. Hey, kid, take one of these. And I throw him like a jacket. He's like, oh, thanks, mister. This sounds more like a commercial, but you get the point. I don't know, man. People are so shiny in this town. We're all delusional. We all have dreams. We all want to be somewhere. But at the end of the day, you need to know who's here for you. Right? We all need to know. And if we don't know, we're going to be surrounded by mirrors. You see what I did there? Those are shiny. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm giving you guys some unsolicited advice. So let's do some unsolicited advice, huh? This is my favorite segment as always. I got a couple ones here. Let's see what we got. Who should be the first one to fart in the relationship? This is a good one. I feel that it definitely should be, I think for men, it should be the woman. Because you know what? We fart all the time. It's something that we're just socially accepted and used to. When I heard my girlfriend fart for the first time, I'm like, oh my God, the world is over. That's it. Girls poop a lot. It should be the women, for sure, because we're going to fart anytime. We got it loaded like a gun. You know how many farts I've had to hold in on dates? I'm sure women have to, too. But, man, you don't find out about that shit until you start, like, really going to each other's places or even living with each other. Dude, I know people who don't even fucking shit in the same apartment, and they live together. What's wrong with you? Shit, darling. Let that brown hole flow. That's disgusting. I definitely think it should be the woman. How much is too much to spend on OnlyFans? Well, as someone who has dabbled with some OnlyFans profiles, I'll say this. Depends on what you're looking to purchase. You know, there's a lot of free accounts there if you're too cheap, and a lot of freebie content. So if you're too cheap, do it. But if you want to support an artist, a sex worker as they are called, nothing is too much if you truly are a fan. If they value themselves at like $30 a video, well, fuck. You're not going to see them put a dick in their mouth unless you give them $30. So that's on you, bud. It truly is. I, for one, would never spend that kind of money. There's so much free porn on the internet. Sorry to say it, but I'm a little cheap when it comes to this. I'm not going to lie to you. I got bills to pay, yo. And so do they. So, there are plenty of people who will give you the money. Which traffic is more annoying, LA or New York? LA for sure. New York traffic isn't the same because there are ways you can cut corners. LA, once you're on the highway and you're a certain hour, you're fucked. It's just death to any plans you have. So definitely LA. New York traffic ebbs and flows. You just got to know where to pick up the taxi from. You can go down different streets and be like, oh, let's go over 2 avenues and it'll be a little more freer up there. But if you're the one who's like, I'm going to get a taxi in Times Square, well, good luck. You're going to be sitting in bumper to bumper forever. Also, get in the subway. Fuck it. We're back to it. Get on the subway. Stop being a bitch. You're not going to get mugged unless you look like someone who needs to get mugged. That's the only exception to that rule. I don't know. But if you guys do have any questions, of course, bradstollcomedy@gmail.com. Please send them away. I appreciate you guys as always. This was a bit of a different episode, a bit more heady, if you will. So I appreciate you sticking with me. Love you guys. And as always, bye.